Listen here, girl. I know you think it's a game, but it is absolutely not. Okay, this is the energy supplement from Just Move Supplements. That's right. It's damn near all gone, girl, and that's because I had to get that energy up so I can complete the workout, so I can give y'all this body, this transformation, get into it. Okay, and I'm done working out now, so that's why we're moving on to the protein shake. Oh yes, it's already in there, girl. It's already made right here. This is the mixture of the banana pudding, the chocolate cake, and the buttercream cupcake. And you really want to be fancy, you can go ahead and add that blueberry muffin if that's what you want to do, girl. But for me, it's these three right here. Okay, you put that with some almond milk, you mix it all up in honey. Okay, your muscles have gained life, new energy, agility. Get into it, okay? Just Move Supplements. Thank you very much. Hold up, Chief. Okay, don't forget about that TLC NutriBurst to get that multivitamin pocket, because we all need a little extra. And child, if you want that sea moss that go down smooth, don't come up rough, okay? Get into the TLC Nautica sea moss. Yes, get that from me. And child, if your stomach hurt and you need to move some things around so you can be free, okay, go ahead and get that ISOT down below in the description box. Get it all from me. Come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your girl BondyBlue, and let us not forget about Reset by Design Wellness. Girl, we are going on another trip in 2025. We're going to Bali, girl, okay? But y'all know, last year we went to Ghana in November. This year we went to Phuket, Thailand, and we had a ball, girl, okay? When I tell y'all, this is how I would love to live on a normal basis. And we working towards that. Okay, that's what all this is about. Okay, shout out to Kai. Okay, listen. We had so much fun. Okay, we had so much fun. And if you want to become a part of the clique, the Reset by Design Wellness clique, child, well, you're gonna have to sign up and come to one of the retreats, girl. All right, you gonna have to get into it. You can't just be out here in the comments and all that. Oh, I wish I would have went. Girl, go sign up. Reset by Design Wellness. Okay. Instagram, follow them on there, and also the website. All right. Okay, my girls. I miss y'all. I miss y'all a lot. All right. So, with that being said, girl, don't forget, y'all know I got a podcast now, and I'm gonna try to keep up with it. I've been putting the new episodes of the BondyBlue show on Spotify for everybody until I get approval for Apple, because you know Apple just be taking forever. But move out the way, because here come giants, okay? New fight China. I bring that drip with wet. I bring that drip with wet. What's going on, everybody? Hi. I've been drinking coffee. Don't judge me. Because the first thing they won't point out, bitch, your tongue. But I am drinking coffee. Okay, leave me alone. Might have had a yogurt. You don't know what my life has been like today. Anyway, y'all, I'm happy y'all are here. It's a nice, nasty Friday, girl. And I will be on Tasha K next week. All right. I am leaving on Sunday, and I will be on Tasha K's channel from Monday to Monday, girl. Okay. A whole week of BondyBlue over there on Unwind with Tasha K. You know, to be booked and busy is so very, very nice. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all come look for me over there. I'm definitely going to still try to, put some content on my own channel, but we'll see how it all plays out, girl. It's hard. It's hard when there are no TV shows. It's hard when there are no TV shows. I'm just saying. Like, we don't come over here and talk about the same shit I just talked about on her channel, child. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. Okay. But just know y'all will be able to see me on multiple different platforms next week. And more of me is never a bad thing. All right. I love y'all. So later today, I'm going to do a members only, and we're going to talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I want y'all to know that. Okay. So that members only. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Members only. Members only. Only. I need to put that in here. I'm going to put that on my board. All right. So what we're talking about in this live, though, the one you're here for right now, girl. Listen, the dumbass judge. That's what we're going to start at. We're going to start with this dumbass judge. Okay. But before we get into this is the layout I've been looking for. Okay. Before we get into the dumbass judge, girl, let me tell y'all about the rest. Pretty V. Dr. Umar, Stephen A. Smith, and all of you big head black men that have so much to say about Kamala Harris. Kamala. We've all been corrected. Comma, la. Okay? Remember, like a comma, la. Okay, remember key low? Key, low? Yes. Comma, la. You see what I'm saying? You see how that go? Think about it like that. Elsa Majimbo has a message for all you mooching ass family members overseas. We're going to talk about some white people news too. Matthew Perry, Michael Rubin, what's going on, sweetie? We're going to talk about that. Tina Knowles, Angela and Michael from 90 Day Fiance. Y'all know I used to review 90 Day Fiance back in the day, and they put 2 copyright strikes on my channel, so I have not reviewed a TV show on TLC since. I don't know why people play with me. I don't know why they decide they want to be petty like that. I don't know. I was reviewing a Family de Chantel, and they put 2 copyright strikes that took months to get off my channel for a screenshot. Girl, a screenshot of the thumbnail for the TV show, so y'all would simply know what the fuck we was talking about. When I tell you, when they did that shit to me, I said never again, TLC. I don't know, girl. When I tell y'all I'm done with the show, I be meaning that shit. I don't know. Listen, leave me alone. Young Miami. We got to have a little conversation about Young Miami. What's going on, love? It depends. What you mean, on top? No. Yeah. Because it don't be in there that long. Don't be standing in my doorway looking like that. Anyway. And lastly, we're going to talk about Tank. Because if the R&B niggas ain't going to do nothing, they going to stick together and act crazy. Okay? Tank, Tyrese. Child, before I even came up here, Tyrese was up here saying something. I was like, Tyrese again? We still talking to you, Tyrese? I don't know what's going on. He looked nice. He came into the doorway and framed it very nicely. I mean, all he has on is a robe. Shit. Okay, listen. I don't know. My mind went somewhere. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the thing, y'all. First, let's talk about this dumbass judge. That's what I'm calling him. I don't live in Detroit.
To Judge Kenneth King, he stands by what he did, placing a 16-year-old in handcuffs after she was allegedly misbehaving on a field trip in his courtroom.
Can y'all hear this? Shit sound low.
I'm not a toy. I'm not to be played with.
What started out as an informational field trip with the greeting of Detroit Nonprofit Tuesday to the 36th District Court in front of Judge King.
This is the 36th District Court for the city of Detroit. We do just about everything that happens in the city of Detroit.
Quickly turned into Judge King getting visibly agitated over a sleeping student in his courtroom.
You fall asleep in my courtroom one more time, I'm putting you in the back, understood?
Judge King had her.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, y'all. Hold up. Because I couldn't really hear it at first. And I don't know why y'all would be getting an echo. Like, I have on earphones. That makes no sense.
Her removed from the courtroom, but he told me that didn't fix her quote attitude. And that's when he pulled out the jail uniform and handcuffs.
That's not something that normally happens. But I felt compelled to do it because I didn't like
I spoke to Judge Kenneth King. He stands by what he did, placing a 16-year-old in handcuffs after she was allegedly misbehaving on a field trip in his courtroom.
One thing you'll learn about my courtroom is that I am not a toy. I'm not to be played with.
What started out as an informational field trip with the Greening of Detroit nonprofit Tuesday to the 36th District Court in front of Judge King.
This is the 36th District Court for the city of Detroit. We do just about everything that happens in the city of Detroit.
Quickly turned into Judge King getting visibly agitated over a sleeping student in his courtroom.
You fall asleep in my courtroom one more time, I'm putting you in the back, understood?
Judge King had her removed from the courtroom, but he told me that didn't fix her, quote, attitude. And that's when he pulled out the jail uniform and handcuffs.
That's not something that normally happens. But I felt compelled to do it because I didn't like.
I spoke to Judge Kenneth King.
Okay. So on a field trip, a child falling asleep is perceived as them misbehaving. I'm going to tell you what that is. That's ego. The ego is a very dangerous thing when you are a judge. You cannot feel slighted by a teenager falling asleep in a courtroom. And this is why, you know, a lot of people in these positions only want to, they want to perform. They want to perform and they want people to be entertained by them. Because I need to understand, what other reason would you have to feel slighted by her not listening to you if you did not feel like you were there to perform? Not be a judge, not be someone that sits on a very high court, that sits on a stand and can shell out convictions to people. Like, you have a lot of influence and power, and how you choose to use that in a situation with a child, to me, showcases that in real life, you must feel like a very small man. And the only time you feel like you have any real power is when you are sitting behind that bench, acting like an egomaniac. I don't understand what other reason you would have to traumatize a teenager like that simply for falling asleep. And the reason why I say that the way I do, y'all, with absolutely no qualms about it, no respectability politics involved, is because from the time I was 14 years old, I worked in a courtroom or a courthouse. My first job was a civil district court. I was an assistant in a judge's chambers, assistant to an assistant, 14, 15, they give you a little job. You know what I'm saying? You do paperwork, you file stuff, things of that nature, but you sit in courtrooms, and court is cold and boring and tedious. When something is in deep air condition and it's mostly quiet except for one or two voices, it's easy to fall asleep. Grown ass people be in court falling asleep. And everybody who sees it feels like it's so disrespectful unless you actually get put in that situation and realize how courtrooms will make you fall asleep. That's the first thing. Let's read what happened after. A Detroit judge who carried out his own Scared Straight program against a teen who visited his courtroom just to see law in action has been removed from the bench. On Tuesday, Judge Kenneth King, under fire for having a 15-year-old girl handcuffed and made her get dressed in an orange jumpsuit because she fell asleep during her visit to his court as part of the Greening of Detroit program. It wasn't a Scared Straight program, but the judge said he treated it like one after he got offended because the minor kept falling asleep in the 36th district courtroom. The backlash was swift, with many calling for King's removal. Colleen Robar, the PR representative for the Greening of Detroit, said King's actions were unacceptable. He made her wear handcuffs and a jail uniform and yelled at her for falling asleep in his courtroom. Robar said in the statement, although the judge was trying to teach a lesson of respect, his methods are unacceptable. Even more, the girl's mother, Latoria Till, spoke to NBC News and said the family has been unhoused and have been moving from place to place, which is why the minor was so tired. He was trying to prove a point to my daughter and make an example out of her in front of her peers. So you know how that goes, Till said. He's supposed to show love and sympathy and implement the law, and he didn't do none of that. Since the incident, Till said her daughter has had trouble sleeping and keep asking why the judge did that to her. King has since been removed from his docket and will undergo the necessary training to address the underlying issues that contributed to this incident.
I spoke to
I want
Judge
to
Child's
know.
attitude.
I want to know how you're gonna fix this type of mentality. How could you possibly fix this type of mentality? You little bitty man. You little bitty man child. Some people really should not be in the places of power that they seek because they really don't know what to do with it. That's ridiculous. That's extremely embarrassing and traumatizing for you to do to that child and not even asking why she would be falling asleep in class. Only just assuming because you boring. You boring. Oh, Lord, I bet you he's single. I bet you he's single. He was not wrong. Yes, he was. You dodo brain. Okay? Lord, I be wanting to curse people out. I really want to curse people out. Y'all falling asleep is not a sign of disrespect. Do you understand how involuntary falling asleep can be? And here we go. They're quick to remove him because he's black, though. Girl, shut the fuck. Clarified, they removed the judge from the bench temporarily to undergo training, so this won't happen again. He isn't. Girl, you can't fire judges. That's another thing. You can't fire judges. A lot of them are appointed. He definitely needs to step down though for and get his life together because this was too much. That's crazy to me. Like y'all really don't remember being children if you can't remember being somewhere bored out of your fucking mind, getting tired, getting sleepy, and not being able to keep yourself awake. Do you know how crazy that is? Instead of what was he doing in a courtroom? Like basically traumatizing that child. Instead of traumatizing the teenager, how about you do something that would have made everybody wake up? All right, everybody stand up. Cause I get it. It's a courtroom. It's cold, it's kind of boring. You'll want to fall asleep. So let's get y'all a little bit more active and involved in the process so that y'all can see what it's like. Young lady, come stand over here. Would you want to be a lot? You engage with her. You don't get mad because she's falling asleep. You engage with her. And that's a great point, Kay Harris. Being unhoused, maybe it's the first place she felt safe enough to fall asleep. And you traumatize her for it. Y'all really punish people for living in a system that pushes as many people down to the bottom as they can. Because y'all know it's expensive. Think about that, y'all. It's expensive as hell to live right now. Of course, there are people that are unhoused, that probably still work, that have kids, that maybe weren't unhoused in 2019, 2018, but they're unhoused in 2024. And instead of inquiring on why the child is going to sleep, you decide to traumatize and embarrass her simply because you sit in a seat of power and you can. Punching down. I want to know what the dating history is like because it's giving a Kevin Samuels fan, if you ask me. Men, like black men specifically, that would do some shit like that to embarrass a 15-year-old girl, it is because you also probably can't stand women. I don't care what nobody's talking about. This is probably somebody that is very misogynistic in the way that they handle the people around them. Probably an asshole. Oh, girl. I'm glad y'all making him step down for the 5 minutes y'all making him step down for, because he need to go sit his ass down somewhere. That is insane. I could see if the little girl was actually doing something, falling asleep. Oh, Lord, get this man away from me, Jesus. All right, more disgusting ass men. Dr. Umar, come on, step to the front, baby. Because you love to get into your camera, okay, with such prestigious fortitude, okay, with such indignation and passion, okay, and speak to us in repetitive Martin Luther King dialect, okay? I keep telling y'all, Umar is crazy, but this is what kills me. When you promote being so pro-Black, Pan-Africanism, and all of that shit that he talks, why in the battle between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are you on Beyonce's internet arguing about how Kamala ain't shit? Again, let me repeat it. You are pro-Black in an election when the two options that we are forced to vote on are Kamala Harris, a half Indian, half Jamaican American woman, and a racist white man who has a terrible track record as a human being, businessman, president, father, CEO, network, crew, motherfucking record label nigga, everything. He don't have a good track record being a daddy. He don't have a good track record being a husband. He don't have a good track record being a man. He don't have a good track record being a president. He don't have a good track record being a business owner. He don't have a good track record being a CEO. He don't have a good track record being a penis carrying member of our society. Because you can't tell me he working with anything worth working with. It's giving pinky finger, bitch. So from his hairline down to his motherfucking nasty ass alien demon toenails, ain't nothing right about that man. Ain't nothing right about him, his rhetoric, his politics, nothing about it. We know we live in a broken system, Dr. Umar. We're not stupid, but we also recognize the difference between Kamala and him is the status quo that we are used to with Kamala and somebody selling off our rights on the other. Trump is going to sell off the country to the highest bidder, and it doesn't matter what that does to the rest of us. I know that. I know that's what he's about. Kamala, on the other hand, whatever her thing is, whatever her id is, at the end of the day, it's not nearly as fucked up as what Trump has in store for everybody. We've done this already. We've been down this road. Y'all are literally getting another opportunity to do it over again. Y'all know how y'all fucked up the first time and chose Trump over Hillary Clinton? That was not a good decision. I don't know if y'all have peeped it. That was not a good decision. Do I believe that Hillary Clinton is the perfect No, bitch. No, I don't. I do believe all the racist stories about Duke and everybody. Girl, yes, I believe all of it. Okay? Do I think that's still a better option than Trump? Hell the fuck yeah. So all of these black men that continue to come out on their public platforms and degrade, denigrate, talk badly about Kamala Harris, it is baffling to me. But it is even more baffling when they the King Kong of Pan-Africanism. And you making an argument on why we shouldn't vote for the half black lady in comparison to what? The orange alien motherfucker? Are you serious? This is what y'all are online doing right now.
Black vote ain't for sale no more. Black vote ain't for sale. We bartering on business. We standing on business. Bring us some tangibles or get out of my face. Ricky Smiley, I love you. But crying on the radio for Kamala Harris, my brother, that's an all-time low. Don't do that again, Ricky Smiley. Don't you get on your radio show and cry for Kamala. Don't you do that, my brother.
Why do you continue to mispronounce her name knowingly so? It's just so disrespectful to me. Y'all, Dr. Umar is about to go on and on and on again about how Kamala Harris and the Democrats are trying to buy black votes. They don't have to buy it. They don't have to buy the vote. They don't need to buy it. I don't know if anybody's paying attention, y'all. I don't feel like my vote needs to be bought in this situation. I feel like, what else is we supposed to do, nigga? What is the alternative here? Y'all, he went on and on and on.
If you want to cry for Kamala Harris, you do that in the privacy of your house. But if we're going to be honest, Steve Harvey and Ricky Smiley, and I love you both, no hate to my big brothers. But if we're going to be honest, Ricky Smiley and Steve Harvey, y'all only carried on because y'all got paid to carry on. Can we please be honest? Can we see? Black vote ain't for sale no more. I want y'all to understand, overstand, and understand what King Kong is talking about. Y'all carried on because y'all got paid to carry on. Kamala Harris and the Democratic plantation is paying you celebrities, paying you to shame black people into voting. Y'all know we're not going to get nothing out of that vote. Y'all know we're not going to get nothing out of that vote. Y'all know we're not going to get.
I'm sorry, y'all. I can't listen to King Kong Pan-Africanism stupid ass nigga. I can't continue to listen to him repeat the same thing over and over again. Basically, either somebody sent him this text or it was like a spam text. I've heard people say that they all got texts like this. But ultimately, I feel like, dude. Exactly. Where is your school? Where is your school? It's like pot me kettle. How are you going to call her a scammer or say that she's being disingenuous when we still trying to figure out what happened to that school all them bitches was giving you money for? What happened to the school that all them bitches was giving you money for? What happened to the school that all of them bitches was giving you money for? Let me repeat myself again. It's giving bruh man from the fifth floor. It's giving bruh man from the fifth floor. I want to know what this does for us. Like talking about black people, we're not gonna get anything out of that vote. I don't know. I don't know. Because I damn sure don't feel like I'm getting anything out of Trump being president. If anything, I'm losing shit. That's the difference. The difference between Kamala and Trump is taking away shit I was born with. When I was born in 1988, women had autonomy over their bodies. In 2024, we do not. It's Handmaid's Tale on the way. The intro, the prelude. Girl, I cannot. But you know what? This is because black men, I feel like, black men have no real stake in this system, even though they end up being the most at risk for what occurs in this system, right? Like they're the ones that end up in jail. They're the ones that end up dead. Like they're the ones that will end up working the jobs that don't pay as much money. Like they're the people that will end up being the most at risk sometimes in these situations, right? Yet and still, they handle the political system as if it's not going to really affect them. Like They act like it's not going to affect them. And I think it's because a lot of them really feel like that they are so oppressed, they can't get any more oppressed. I'm like, I need you niggas to stop using all of the 60s and the 50s and the 60s numbers to make Black single mothers look bad. I need y'all to stop doing that and start looking at the time period that Black men were living in the 60s and the 70s. Well, not the 70s really. Well, yeah, the 70s, but still more specifically 50s, 60s and back. Their experiences were highly oppressive. It was not a good time for anybody. You do live in a better time. That's one thing me and some of these Republican assholes can agree on. Yes, you do live in a better time now in comparison. Not that much better, but better. And I think a lot of y'all have convinced yourselves that y'all are so oppressed that if we were in the 50s and 60s again, which is when America apparently was great again, it would not negatively affect y'all. Because a lot of y'all seem to be arguing Trump's talking points. Even if you think you're not arguing on his behalf, getting on the internet to continue to talk down on and promote lies about Kamala and what she's done as a prosecutor and all of that bullshit, like some of y'all don't need to be in jail. I'm sorry. I can't with y'all anymore. I can't with y'all anymore. Y'all really act like this is not going to affect y'all whatsoever, as if 2020 and 2021 weren't like some of the most scariest fucking years we ever lived in. Guess who was president? I don't know what's wrong with any. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I really don't. Like, I feel like if you don't want to say that Kamala is Black, that's fine. I would prefer to say she's biracial. The Blackness is not even the point to me. At this point, the lady could have been 100% fucking white. If she had the same politics, I would still vote for her. This is not even about her being, I don't even care. Like, I don't even know why we still talking about her race. It has nothing to do with anything. And another thing, nobody has to pay for y'all to have conversations about politics. Like, I don't understand what be going on, girl. I don't. I thought we was all gonna get on the good foot with this. Dr. Umar, this is what you on the internet talking about? You can't get on the good foot with this? You can't continue to argue your stupid talking points over and over and over again after we a little bit safer? Jesus Christ. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, but Black people that only care about like race shit, shut up. Like, really, shut up. The fuck be really hood out here with y'all? Where's Stephen A. Smith big head ass? It's so funny how a motherfucker who can't even figure out what to do with their own goddamn head always got so much shit to say about everybody else. Why the fuck? I thought I saved the clip of Stephen A. Smith running his big ass mouth. Hold up, y'all. There it is.
Now, Joe Biden stepped aside as the presumptive Democratic nominee on July 21st. Okay? Now I'm going to look at this right now. I'm looking at my calendar because I just want to make sure. You know, July 21st was a Sunday. We've had 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and 1 day since Joe Biden stepped aside. The only damn place we've seen Kamala Harris is at pep rallies. What's up? Somebody got to say something. And
First of all, you are a sports commentator, but you are extending yourself outside of your little basketball, football box so you can ask the vice president of the United States why she has not talked to the media in 3 weeks and 1 day since she took on the presidency at the last fucking minute before the election that's in November. That's literally 90 days or so away. Right? We in August, September, October, November. Yeah. We like 90 days away from an election that she just became a part of. That is unprecedented for in our lifetime for a nominee for presidency to come in the last 90 days of the fucking election while being a vice president of said country at the exact same time, as if being partially black ain't enough. We need Stephen A. Smith, the sports commentator, telling the vice president / presidential nominee she's not working hard enough for him right now. Because that's what I hear you saying. Another interview with the media right now while handling a fucking girl, a presidential candidacy race in the last 90 days while still being the sitting vice president. This nigga who talks about balls is asking her why she has not made time in the 3 weeks in 1 day to talk to him or various other media outlets. Because Trump seems to have all of the time in the world to do this. Do you know why? Because he doesn't have any fucking policies to be working on. That's why. He doesn't have anything else to do but to get in front of y'all and talk that shit. That's all he does. He's not back there figuring out what we're going to do about healthcare. He's not back there figuring out how we're going to lower the cost of living so people can stop being homeless and their children can stop falling asleep in field trips and being traumatized and put in handcuffs and shit. Do you see the trickle down effect here, motherfucker? And you as a black man, and I know y'all want to act like she not black, and I'll give you that. But at the same time, in our society, Kamala Harris is considered a biracial black woman. A black man who does not do nearly as much as she does, has never done nearly as much as she does, is literally on a public platform pandering to white people, talking about how this black woman is not working hard enough for him, doing 2 jobs at the same damn time, at the highest level of government in the United States, which is I don't know how, why, I'm grateful for it, but at this point, I don't even understand how. It's a huge world power. We're a world power, y'all. This lady is the vice president of a world power country and also running for presidency. And this nigga is really like, she ain't came and talked to none of us yet. She ain't on her job. Y'all, black men, can y'all come talk to y'all people? Black men, I'm calling y'all, black men. Hi, black men. Can y'all come get y'all people? Because y'all stay watching ESPN. All you niggas, all y'all do every day is think about sports. All y'all do is watch sports all day. Y'all know who Stephen A. Smith the fuck. Can y'all go talk to y'all homeboy, please?
It can't just be the conservative. Right is right. I'm talking to my sister here. Come on now. You running for the presidency of the United States of America. You got my vote. You running for the presidency of the United States of America. What you hiding for? Now, Joe Biden stepped aside. And I mean hiding in plain sight. Somebody got to say it. Now, you can't be running for the presidency of the United States. Not one single press conference, not one single one-on-one sit-down interview where somebody gets to question you about the questions that we ask. That's not fair. And if you're a conservative and you out there lambasting her for it, ridiculing her for it, trying to torment her for it or whatever, it is perfectly within your right to do so. All of you anti-conservatives out there, shut the hell up. That's a valid point. It ain't valid to bring up a blackness or an Indian heritage and to try to point to things of that nature. That's nonsense. But to ask her about her record, because she is attached to the Biden record, is definitely apropos, especially when you were bragging about the record. And I mean hiding in plain sight.
She is not hiding. The entitlement, once again, Stephen A. Smith, of men. The entitlement. There is going to be a debate. They've agreed to a debate. The debate is when people will be able to ask the questions on her policy or whatever else they would like to ask. Outside of that, there's something that the white people came up with called Google. And it has a lot of that, what you're talking about. Those answers are on there. People have been sending out bullet points to correct misinformation about Kamala Harris and reposting it to Breakfast Club, everybody. Even Tim Walz, when she announced Tim Walz, hey, this is what y'all need to know about him. The information is out there. You screaming into your microphone about how this black woman ain't shucking and jiving hard enough for your liking, even though she's still getting your vote, is giving pandering to white people. It's giving pandering to the conservatives. Why are you doing that? Why? Is there nothing else that a sports commentator can discuss? It's crazy to me that because Trump, his bar is in hell, y'all don't even talk about him. But you hold Kamala, who is coming in to save the fucking day at the last moment, you're trying to hold her to some pedestalization that is so ridiculous and unfounded. It's just, I can't. Like these representations of how y'all really make black women feel like they supposed to be trying to turn into superwoman for you motherfuckers. Guess what? I'm not your superwoman. Oh no. I'm not the kind of girl that you can let down and think that everything's okay. Boy, I am only human. This girl needs more than occasional hugs as a token of love from you to me. Oh, baby, yeah. I'm sorry, I had to, because that's what it's given. Songs like that were written for moments like this. You sound crazy to me complaining about this woman not doing no fucking interviews. Oh my God. Girl, let's move on. White people news. White people news. 5 people have been arrested in connection to Matthew Perry's death, including his assistant and 2 doctors. They are said to be a part of a broad underground criminal network that supplied ketamine to Perry and others, took advantage of his addiction issues to enrich themselves. Well. Ain't this the same thing that happened with Michael? What's your boy name? Michael, what's his name, y'all? The one that was supposed to play DMX. He died of an OD too. That had I don't know if his had ketamine in it. It might have had something else in it. But they, they really trying to sell people drugs out here these days, and people out here looking for their drugs. This is why I feel like they should legalize drugs, to be honest. Like, this is one of the Michael K. Williams. Thank you. Michael K. Williams had and it was fentanyl, but it was a similar situation where they go and they really take down whoever the drug dealers are, because whatever they cutting their shit with is killing people. I feel funny about this though. I do, because I do feel like if you don't care enough to cut your drugs in a way that don't kill people, your ass should go to jail, bitch. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Do I feel like you selling drugs automatically means you should go to jail? I do not. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't feel like people should go to jail for selling drugs. I don't. If you are not going to send all of the people of Big Pharma to jail, if you are not going to send all of the people that allow the poisoning of our food to go to jail, then no, I don't think people selling you dope and all of that should have to go to jail. No. But you have got to be responsible for the drugs you put out there in the street. So if whatever you making is killing people, your ass need to go to jail, bitch. Okay? That's just how I feel about it. But I think it's funny how you got to be famous in order for somebody to even do this type of, deep dive into where these drugs came from. Because if it's just a regular old poor black person, or they just OD'd and that's that. It's only because somebody was selling these drugs to a whole bunch of Hollywood, you know what I'm saying, insider people. We saw Matthew Perry, but who knows who else died? You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like drugs should be legal, bro. Because I feel like if they're doing it in a lab where they're making sure their levels are right, and these drugs might cause, habit. It might cause habit like a lot of other shit does. Okay, cool. That's the risk the person is taking. But at least they don't have to get drugs on the street that could possibly kill them in 2 seconds when they used to doing a drug. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all. I do feel like drugs should be legal and people should have the choice of how they want to live their life. You know what I'm saying? If you want to live your life high all the time, fine. But as soon as you do something that's illegal because you high, your ass going to jail and now you got to go through detox. Yes, I agree with such things. No, but the rich people that get high go hard. Absolutely. Because it's access. Parties and all of that. You're going to have you're going to have your powders. You might have your liquids, your pill forms. Okay. You're going to have all of your things, y'all. Okay. It's your decision. I got told years ago by a cousin of mine, don't try shit because you're going to like it. I've held that close to my heart. Okay. And I don't try shit because I know I'm gonna like it. All right. I was sad about Matthew Perry. I was a Matthew Perry fan. 3 to Tango was like one of my favorite movies when I was younger. So I just really, I was sad when I saw that he died. But it's not surprising that it was drugs. It's not surprising. A lot of people in Hollywood, and a lot of people, period. The whole 9 yards. Oh my God. Girl, that's my shit. When I tell y'all, I still laugh when he ran into that glass sliding door. That shit still makes me laugh, y'all. It makes no sense. I feel like they need to reopen the case with Whitney. There's speculation. But this is what I believe. What's done in the dark will come to light and people will get what they should get. You know what I'm saying? I think as the public, we just be wanting to know shit. But sometimes, people get their just due whether we know it or not. You know what I mean? If it was foul play. Because we do have questions, child. I cried laughing the whole movie. No, for real. Like, the whole 9 yards is literally one of my favorite movies. Like, I might watch that shit this weekend. Fools Rush In that was a good one. Okay, yes. But y'all got to be careful out there, man. Because that's why Ray J going through it. And hey, that's why the Ray J's of the world be necessary in party life. Okay, you need somebody that you can trust, that whatever they got in their book bag, you gonna live to tell a story. Okay, more white people news concerning inebriation. Y'all, why does Michael Rubin's eyes look this way? I don't understand. Every time I see Michael Rubin, it's given I'm addicted to drugs. I don't know, but that's what it's given. Either way, Michael Rubin got on the Breakfast Club and spoke about how he did not allow them to play Not Like Us at his party while Drake was there because he don't like all this black on black hate. And we feel like you shouldn't even refer to it as black on black hate. You should just say you don't like people that you fuck with to be beefing. How about that? You making it about blackness means that you are pandering to black people trying too hard to fit into a square peg when your ass is a triangle, nigga. Use a triangle trying to fit into a square. Or you square ass nigga trying to fit into a circle. I don't know. Whichever one it is, this ain't your clique just because you do the music and you black. It shouldn't have been black. It should have been, I don't like when people I fuck with, rappers I like. I don't like when they beefing. Why it had to be black on black hate? What was that?
When I see the narrative of a really good friend of mine like me, and people trying to, again, if he was gay, which there's not one gay bone in his body, who cares? Number one, let's say if people want to be gay, it is 2024. Who the f- cares? Okay. Okay. Number two,
There's not one gay bone in his body, Michael. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is. I think that we're gonna have to start differentiating between men who like to have sex with other men and gay. Cause see, for the regular people, that mean the same thing. But for some of y'all, that don't mean the same thing. Cause y'all think that gay means a man that wants to be in a relationship with another man. Y'all don't think gay means a man who simply can get hard for another man. I'm gonna let him continue.
there's not a gay bone in his body. So like, why do people want to lie about that? Why do people want to change the narrative of bet he made with me to try to hurt him? Like, that is the one thing I've learned about, look, I'm just being blunt because it's me. So one thing I've learned about black culture that I don't like is that black hate on hate.
Speak on that more. I heard you say that earlier, and I wanted you to expound on that. You said you don't like to see black people tearing down other black people.
Yeah, it's horrible. Like, like it's horrible. Like, what? Like, I want to support look, you guys know me pretty well. Anything I can ever help with, I'm always there. I always want to be helpful. I feel lucky and fortunate.
Here's the issue, Michael. Homophobia is not a black people's problem. What you're talking about is homophobia. And yes, gayness is way more accepted in white culture. White cultures are able to accept a lot more simply because they have leisure. They have room to. They are allowed to. White men are allowed to suck their homeboys' penises in college and then go marry Becky Sue and have kids, and people can know about it and nobody's going to say a thing. Everybody's fine. Not saying black people don't have those types of situations, but the culture is different. The culture is different. And honestly, I feel like white people, y'all really are the first ones who implemented a lot of these phobias into different cultures. And now you get to like step away from it and watch us kind of like kill ourselves over things that y'all implemented. And now you want to sit up there and act like, oh, this is a black people thing where y'all are homophobic. Get the fuck out of here. White people are homophobic too. Asian people are homophobic. Middle Eastern people are homophobic. Child, they over there like cutting people's heads off and shit for being gay. So why are you trying to make it seem like this is that black hate shit? Shut the fuck up. White people don't like white people all the time. And y'all don't call it white on white crime. That's what this sounds like. This is just really, really disingenuous.
To do what I do every day, to be as, whatever success I've had, I feel blessed to do that. And I want to give back in every way I can, in business and in charitable things. I'm always trying to be helpful. Like, why does someone want to bring somebody else down? Let's try to build everybody up. Like, when I see the narrative of a really good, I'd be more excited if I'd be more excited to see one of my friends do something that's 99% less meaningful to me, but it would be really meaningful to them because I want them to do great. I want everyone around me to do great. I don't like watching, there's a little bit, and you tell me, you guys correct me if you think.
He's full of shit. I'm not even going to let him finish talking. He's full of shit. What he just said, I would even be happier if somebody was doing something that was like 99% for them and like not for me. I would be, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? To me, it sounds like you're trying to make yourself a good guy simply because you're okay with people doing things that are beneficial to them and not beneficial to you. That's insane for you to even have that thought, because that makes me think that you feel like all of the people around you, anything that they do is supposed to benefit you. And we've seen you at those parties, Mike. We've seen pictures of you at those parties. Honestly, I wonder if people really want to be there or not. I wonder if people really want to be at your parties, if they're really your friends, or if you're the rich white guy that is forcing yourself into these spaces so you can feel cool and using your money and your fake positivity shit as a way to garner more validation and support from black people around you. But essentially, the vibe is given, you'll cut a motherfucker off at their kneecaps if you have to. So I don't know why you sitting up here talking about, why can't we just lift everybody up? You're you're a billionaire businessman, and you want me to believe that that's the time you on, building everybody up with your red eyes, hugging on people when they look like they don't want to be touched and shit? Yeah. All right. Sure.
I'm wrong. I think there's a little bit of a culture. It's black hate on hate. It's like that black judge that Meek had. that hated on him and wanted to go extra hard on him. Okay. It's it's what people always say to me. It's like black hate on hate. So I think it's terrible. I think it's something that
no black person has ever told you about black hate on hate. I don't even think we've ever said that. I don't even think we've ever said that. We say black on black crime, and that wasn't even something that was created by us. That was something created by y'all. Again, using, certain words and all of this shit and acting like, or using certain isms, phobias, whatever, and acting like it's something that's amongst the black people when we know it's something implemented by white people. Like, stop it. I don't like none of this shit. He got these niggas bunny hopping. I don't know why you would want to drag anybody down. I don't know. Why would you want to drag somebody down? No, you would much rather humiliate them, right? And look like the good guy while doing so, Michael. He said, I got a phone call from one of the people I have the most respect for in the world. They told me while they appreciate my intention, it's not my place to speak on black culture. I get it and really appreciate the input. My intention was to say how important it is that we need to uplift each other, stop hate on each other, and push each other to win, and always root for each other's success.
the thing,
I feel like whoever called you, if it was Meek that called you and told you that it wasn't your place to speak on black culture, to me, this is not about speaking on black culture. This is about specifically what you said and how it made everybody feel and how they could not vocalize it the way I just did. All of the black people in the room are feeling the exact same thing with this white savior bullshit he's coming at us with. But because we can't vocalize it to him, because y'all still need him to be a savior to y'all, y'all can't tell him he overstepping his bounds a little bit in here. It wasn't Meek. Okay, I don't know who it was. I don't know who it was, baby. I won't presume to know. But what I do know is it's not about speaking on black culture. That's not what it's about. That's not what it's about at all. Jews never judge Jewish people. They do. Yes, they do. They just don't do it. They just don't do it in public. They just don't do it in public. Either way, I'm telling y'all right now, I ain't got to know nothing else about this nigga. I heard everything he said. I heard the velocity at which he was saying it. I saw the hand movements in which he was using while he was saying it.
The thing I don't like about that.
I know who I'm looking at. I got it. It's giving Jay-Z. Child, whoever it was, this ain't the vibe. And this is why, you can't invite people to the cookout. You can't invite people to the cookout. You can't. Right. No, we can't have opinions on Jewish communities because then we'd be called xenophobic. Y'all love doing that shit. Black people can't even say they was the first Jews without y'all calling them xenophobic, even though historically, if you Google the shit, it's all over Google about why it's ish. Why it's Jewish, girl. I can't. I ain't about to get into all of that. Okay. But either way, y'all, let's move on. Okay. This is more white people, somewhat news. Okay. Before we do that though, y'all, I know, right? Abolish the fucking cookout. It's too hot anyway. All right, y'all, quick little break. And when we come back, we're going to get into the 90-day fiance shit.
Anywhere you go, give it on. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
So y'all, after all of these years of Michael being abused, harassed, and embarrassed by this very large Caucasian lady named Angela on 90 Day Fiance, after all these years, Michael is now launching a GoFundMe to help him fight the legal battle with Angela Dean. She recently filed for an annulment, and per Michael's fundraising campaign, he needs help to fight her in court. Okay? Look like he didn't raised 10,000 of 25,000. Okay, he probably raised more than that by now. That was a day ago. Let me read to y'all what Michael said. Hi, I'm Michael. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name. From TLC's TV show, 90 Day Fiance. I have been put in a situation where I unfortunately have to ask for help. Due to the recent legal filings by Angela against me, I must seek legal advice. I have obtained an attorney, but the fees are expensive. I have a legal battle to fight, and that fight will be expensive. I am asking all my fans to help. Whatever you can give, I would deeply appreciate. I understand all of us are having hard times and hate to ask others for money support, but it seems like due to legal actions brought against me, I have to ask. Thank you all and God bless. This is my only GoFundMe page. Any other pages are not me. Well, if y'all want to help Michael, y'all could, if that's what y'all want to do. Because at the end of the day, y'all, Angela was terrible to Michael, but Michael wanted a American white woman so bad that he was fine with the abuse as long as it got him to the States. It got him to the States. Now, he's trying to stay. Because if they annul it, he got to send his ass. They're going to send his ass back. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I feel like you should want to go back to your country. I don't know what's so bad about your country. I've been over there. If you already used to that, please go back over there. The food is better. Like, the food's better. Go back over there. Like, why y'all be trying to come here? Y'all got air conditioning and running water. Why y'all coming over here? I don't get it at this point. Like, maybe if it was like 2005 or some shit like that. 2000. Matter of fact, before Katrina, bitch, I can't even give you. After Katrina, I still feel like you could have stayed where you was. I don't really feel bad for Michael because Michael's ass happily went and laid up with a racist white lady who thinks she not racist simply because she got black grandbabies. Girl, if the white trailer park women ain't gonna do nothing, they gonna find some no count big dick black man to go and fuck on and have a baby with. Okay, listen, I know plenty of girls that then came up, plenty of beautiful biracial girls that then came up out the trailer park with they mammies, fucking on some dope head black man and having a baby with him. You ain't did nothing. Michael, go home. Just go home, Michael. Go home, go home, go home. We don't know what's going to happen over here. They don't know you African when they see you, Michael. They might think you African American. Okay? Because I know you and Angela, y'all probably, Trump supporters and shit, right? Yeah. You think you African, that make you different. A lot of African people think that, the white people are going to be able to see the difference, and be like, no, I'm not like the rest of them, remember? Yeah, no. That's not how it's going to happen. That's not how it's going to happen. Okay? Go on home, Michael. Stop trying to stay here. Okay? Angela, what you got to say about it?
Hi, guys. I got some important news, Queens and Kings. Just 3 weeks ago, Mr. It was saying that some Canadian people had a GoFundMe up, and it wasn't him, it was my friends. Okay, it wasn't him. Now Mr. It is saying that he is not understanding why now he wasn't expecting this.
Is this a Nene filter? I feel like this is whatever the filter that Nene is always using, this look like that filter.
It's annulment. Well, bitch, did you not know when I said obey who, obey what? I'm not the submissive mother queen, okay? what do you think? You could hang in Texas or California or New York and get the little scratch on your lip, and then I was going to sit down. Obviously, I know you more than you know me. Go fund me my ass. How about go fund me and give me back my years I spent on a scammer? Boom, crown of thought.
Girl, none of that made any sense. None of that made any sense. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what's going on. All I know is Angela is crazy. She always enjoys torturing Michael. Michael enjoys being tortured. Child, I don't know. I just want them to keep us out of it. Okay? Just keep us out of it. Okay.
Sending money back home or to your family is such a common African practice that I absolutely hate. I saw my dad doing it, and I don't even know any of my extended family. I saw him doing it with his brothers, with his sisters, with his grandparents, parents, like everyone in the family. As long as you have a job, they expect you to share that money accordingly, and that is just something I will not be participating in. I already knew I would never participate in this. Like, how do you come and tell me, oh, my kids are starving? Yeah, they're starving because you're fucking lazy. Get off your ass, get a job, and feed your kids. And also, there's this one like extended family member of ours, and she used to ask my dad for money, and she texted me, and she asks me for money. You've been asking my dad for money since before I was born. I was raised, I grew up. Now you're asking me for money. You lazy son of a bitch. I am not fitting your habits. I'm not fit. Clearly, you're too lazy to be alive. I will let you starve. The fuck?
Ooh. Yikes. So the only reason that I actually wanted to discuss this is because I saw one of the girls I follow on Instagram. I was watching her stories, and she's Jamaican. So she was also talking about like always sending money to people and shit. And you know how it's exhausting, because it's like if they feel like they can ask you, they're gonna keep asking you for shit. I don't know if Dominique want me to put her. I mean, Dominique low-key always, like she low-key famous already, but I don't know if she want me to put her story on my YouTube page. Okay, I listen. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I'm not gonna put Dominique's whole story on my page, but just basically this conversation about feeling responsible for your community and your family, but also feeling like I'm not about to be like endlessly supplying people with money simply because we're family. It's a popular thread on TikTok. Okay. So let me think. Hold up, y'all. I gotta sneeze. Give me 1 second. Okay. So yes. Okay, hold on. I saw something. Yes. Most immigrants send money back to their relatives because they have more opportunities in the countries where they migrated to. Sometimes. Maybe in 2005. I'll say this again, because I feel like America is not as lucrative as people think it is. We live in a hamster wheel. We don't like other countries, even though it's harder to make money in those other countries. We also have a high turnover rate. So we make money, but we lose it quickly because they charge us for everything. They overcharge Americans for everything. Then they implement systems that make us have to put into them, right? So you put all of this shit in our food to make us sick. So we have to constantly be putting money into the hospital, right? Y'all make everything illegal. So now we have to constantly be putting money into jail systems. Okay. Y'all ignore climate change. Y'all ignore how our effect on Mother Nature affects how we're able to live. Y'all, ignore the Paris Climate Change Accord, initiative and all of that shit. Now we have more hurricanes and all of that type of shit. So now we have to put more money into infrastructure. America is a place that loves to create a problem so that people will pay to fix a problem. That's the system that we live in. So essentially, I feel like that used to be a thing. It used to be a thing that in America you were making more money. America's dollar was worth more. It's still worth more. But when I tell y'all, it ain't like that. And so I personally understand what she's saying. It's one thing for people to be struggling and need a little help and you got extra. So you're going to send to your family that live in another country so that they can be cool. It's a whole nother thing when you had shit like the family Deschantel. Y'all struggling and he's sending huge chunks of his money to his mama and his sister who really trying to get to the States anyway and are disrespectful as fuck. No. You know why? Because people didn't feel entitled to your hard-earned money and think that it's easy for you to get because you live in America, not even recognizing that the only reason they're able to be lazy is because they don't live in a system that makes them have to work like our system does. In other countries, y'all, people can really go and set up shop on property. They don't always have to go and buy property. Like when we went to Ghana, you don't have to, like, all you got to do is find in certain areas, you just find empty property and build some shit on the property. They gonna come and make sure your shit up to code. And you got to stop build if your shit not up to code, but you don't actually go and buy the land. In some places, you just go build on it. Not everywhere, y'all. But what I'm saying is, it is different here. A lot of people are able to be lazy or whatever you want to call it. Because I don't even really feel like it's lazy. I just think they put us in a hamster wheel. So we feel like the level that we work at, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a high level of work that goes into living comfortably in America a lot of the time. No, it's a hustle mentality. It's a don't sleep, don't eat, grind mentality. Other countries don't have that in the same way. So I think the way we view laziness is obscure, but also the entitlement of certain Caribbean, African, Asian, whoever the fuck, because it's a lot of y'all. I don't never really hear that shit from Middle Eastern people. I hear it more so, and you don't hear it as much from Asian people, but like island people, African people, you always hear about how much they have to send money back to their family members. And I get it. I do. But I also feel like there's some entitlement that comes with that you should not have. You should not feel entitled to somebody else's hard-earned money if you're not helping your own self, like she said. How the hell you was asking my daddy for money? Now I'm grown and you asking me for money? No. Well, you know, that's what I meant by island people, child. I'm all Spanish, French, all y'all, you know, below us and in the water, all y'all. All you Caribbean folk, Mexican folk, okay, Puerto Rican, okay, all y'all that live down there, that live below the states, all y'all, okay? But anyway, what she said pissed a lot of people off, but I can see both sides of it. I do feel like you should be generous and you should help your family and we should have more of a community outlook on things. I do. I feel like that probably would be better for us as a whole instead of this individualistic mindset that we have, because it's not real. We have an individualistic mindset, but literally everything is predicated on everybody else. When you really think about it, you have a very individualistic, my house, my family, only us way of thinking. But the truth of the matter is nothing that you actually buy into in this system works without everybody else buying into it. Like, I'm just saying, if we don't all agree that money means something, if we don't all get on the internet, if we don't all go to the grocery store, you know what I'm saying? If we don't all buy cars and drive up and down the road, everything is always based on the fact that there are a whole bunch of other people here that we have to live amongst, but still promoting individualistic mindset in that. I think that that's counterproductive. So even though I understand where she's coming from, I do. There's something about the mentality of Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm how they all on me. You know, nouveau riche, new money. So I'm selfish and self-absorbed. That's low-key what she giving still. I'm just saying. And once again, I know it's her thing. I know it is her thing to put on 55 different products while she's talking to people in her videos. That's her shtick. That's how she went viral. That's great for her. But I really would like for her to really rub the lotion in before she moves on to the next thing. Because she don't never rub nothing all the way in. And also it annoys me the way she rubs it over her jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't have lotion all caked up all over your bracelets? You feel what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just too OCD. I don't know. Let me get off. Anyway, Pretty V. Shout out to Jasmine's Garden. Y'all, I love her. Instagram, TikTok. She said, is this a safe space? Because I want to say something that won't make it feel like one. Okay? And she was talking about Atashi waska. Atashi wasta. Sta. Kido. Itashi wasta. Okay. So we don't know why Pretty V looks like a cracked out caricature of a Black Asian baby. I don't know. Jasmine said, y'all saying I'm not the desired audience. Okay, great. Tell me who is so I can steer clear of them. I'm very transparent. It's not that I've never found her funny, nor do I believe she's on any sort of drug. I just think some of her content panders to an audience I can't pinpoint. Like, who is this for? I'm going to tell you what I don't like. I don't like when she does like like, forgive me, the hypersexualized, low-key, slow, retarded Black girl from the hood. That's the stereotype she plays. It very much gives minstrel show. And I want y'all to excuse me when I say that, okay? It's so insulting to Chinese people when the song was made by Japanese. Right, because she's wearing a Chinese, what's that called? I don't want to say kimono. Is that because it's not. It's a dress. Whatever, child. She's mixing her Asians, okay? She is mixing her Asian ethnicities, girl. And the people are upset. To me, I'm more upset just about, just in general. Like, what? It's cringeworthy. Like, it makes me want to cringe. I thought there was another post somewhere because I think it might have went viral and people were talking about it. But I only saved Jasmine's post. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, no, Japan is not China, y'all. That's different countries. It's all on the continent of Asia, but it's different countries, baby. Oh, it's on Neighborhood Talk. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate when y'all help me out. Thank you. Because, girl, y'all know I filter in so much information. Girl, I be tired. Okay, let me see. Here we go. Okay, boom. Yeah, my sinuses are acting a fool today. This is just offensive. She had moments, but never anything consistent. Pretty V, absolutely beautiful girl. However, as far as humor, I've never been moved. Pretty V used to be kind of funny. What happened? The outfit compared to what the song is playing? Aha. Every Pretty V video I just watch and stare. Like, not an ounce of funny in that bitch. Oh. Let's go to Pretty V's page. Okay, at least she knows she pretty. Okay, so she did that, and this is another one. You know what it is? It's because she's awkward. Like I'm trying to figure it out, y'all. It's because she's so awkward. That's what it is. And she pretty, so you want her to be attractive. But that's not what's happening. Yeah, yeah. I don't know, y'all. I just think she's just, she's for who she's for. I don't know who she's for. I don't know.
It's show day. Show day. Show's about to start in what? We just left the. It was fire. It was dope.
I'm proud of you, Shouty. You feel me? Open up a lot of doors, Shouty. I'm just honored to be here to witness greatness. So pop your shit, little ugly.
They can come out at 8. Do you think she's gonna get on top?
Yeah, she is gonna get on one. Brie, what her Instagram?
Listen, I know, but I'm saying it's too close to the front of the stage.
Okay. So I want for Pretty V to win. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know I want for all the unproblematic black girls to win. And I still feel like she's an unproblematic black girl. We don't know what's necessarily that funny sometimes because she be doing that caricature shit. And I don't think it's funny when dudes do it either. Like when people play like, overly, dramatized, retarded hood versions of black people. That's not funny to me. But I am here for her being successful and doing her thing, whatever that means for her, because people support her. So that's great for her. You know what I'm saying? She got brand deals, listen. She's gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? She's doing her thing. I'm not mad at her. She has 6.4 million followers, y'all. I don't know who the group of people are, but it's a lot of them, motherfuckers. I tell you that. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. This is what it really is. Black people, I'm sorry, black people, but can I be honest with y'all? I love y'all. I really do. But for the most part, y'all like dumb comedy. And I say y'all because I mean us. Meaning, like, what I've paid attention to as I've gotten older is that me personally, I like dry, sarcastic, dialogue, funny type shit, right? Like, I got to be paying attention sometimes for shit to be funny. Black people like when you look and act funny. So if you can look and act like something wrong with you, black people are going to find that hilarious. And that's like no disrespect, okay? Because, okay, I don't know if y'all can see, I'm black. I got 2 black parents. Please don't call me with no foolishness. Yes, slapstick comedy, the shit that Martin and them used to do, just, like doing stupid shit like that. Like, y'all think that shit funny. You know what I'm saying? It is not that funny to me. It's not. Like, I like commentary, you know what I'm saying? Smart dialogue, storytelling, punchline type funny shit. Me personally, I like both kinds of comedy. Okay, some of y'all like slapstick, slapstick comedy. Yes, yes. I'm a George Carlin, Paul Mooney type motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I like the sarcasm of it all. I don't even want to call it white people comedy because I'm not a fan of white comedians like that. White TV shows, they should be good. White comedians, not so much. And yes, Jim Carrey also is somebody that does slapstick comedy and all, sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it is. But sometimes it's not. And that's another thing. Humiliation isn't humor. And a lot of the shit seems humiliating, or you have like secondhand embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? Secondhand embarrassment. I'm just saying. I don't think this generation would survive Def Comedy Jam. What do you mean? This generation of what? Some of that shit was funny and some of it wasn't. Like when I watch it back now, when I watch old episodes of Def Comedy Jam and stuff, I feel like a lot of times Black people would find the most offensive, stupid, fucked up things funny. That's another thing. Black people laugh at like rape jokes and shit. Like it's the craziest thing, the shit that Black people be laughing about. Like that shit not really funny. That shit depressing. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Okay. Now, why somebody brought up Spoken Reasons? Spoken Reasons used to be real funny. I will always remember when he redid that Trey Songz video. Hey girl, and he was standing over that girl with those 2 bags of ice. Which one of y'all? Which one of y'all gonna hold it trigger? Cat Williams is hilarious. He is, and he does a good combination of both, like physical comedy and also storytelling. He combines it. He is really good. But anyway, y'all, asking all them questions. Don't even get us started. I think a lot of the kids are funny. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, B. Simone in actual stand-up is hilarious. But yeah, y'all, I think that's the thing with her that, you know, it's like a stupid comedy. It's like a, you know, I think like this is no disrespect. The people that make Krishan Blueface famous, the people that make Miss Nettie and Miss Netta and Charles famous, those are the people that find Pretty V's caricature slapstick comedy shit funny. That's that same group of people. If you ask me, girl, if you ask me. Okay. Now let's move on. Where's Tina? Where's Tina? Tina. Okay. Girl, Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson tied the knot in 2015, announced their divorce last year after 8 years of marriage. Court documents cite irreconcilable differences as the reason for their separation. Tina has agreed to pay Richard a one-time lump sum of $300,000 and cover household expenses. And Richard has agreed to not speak badly of Beyonce or Blue Ivy. What? The couple has also committed to refraining from negative comments about each other or their children. Despite the split, they continue to work through the legal proceedings to finalize their divorce. What? Am I to be? Is this? Did y'all add that on, or did they really say that was a part of the agreement that he not speak badly on Beyonce or Blue Ivy? Why would he speak badly on Blue Ivy or Beyonce? What the fuck? Richard, what you over there doing? Now, okay, hold up, y'all. Y'all know I told y'all my sinus is fucking up. Give me 2 seconds and we're going to come back. We're going to get into something. We're going to get into something. When I come right back. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. So, do y'all remember when I told y'all that the show Black Love is a goddamn curse? Okay. Not even so much that the show Black Love was a curse, but that it showcased that Black people don't know what good relationships look like. And the reason why I say that, and I'm only saying Black people because the show is called Black Love.
I've never seen it because I'll be watching these shows. Oh man,
hold up.
Trying to stay together.
See, I can't stand people. Hold up. Child, even the way y'all title all of these videos, like Tina Knowles Lawson disrespects her husband, Richard Lawson. Is that what happened?
You're supposed to be celebrating like African American. Oh.
Where is the damn?
I wrote down.
I'm trying to find the original Black Love clip. They might have scrubbed that shit. They might have scrubbed it. Ooh, scrub the ground. Scrub the ground. Let's see.
What's up, you guys?
Layla.
In a song or something like that.
Hold up.
Yesterday and even today, Love show that used to be on OWN, where she's talking about how much she's grown as a woman and how she basically restarted her life as a woman of a certain age. And then she told I'm not perfect.
Okay, wait, no. That's not it. I'm trying to find the actual clip, y'all, but it's so hard because it's just hard to find.
If you are out there and you want to attract somebody, fall in love with yourself and know your worth. You know, it really makes a difference. At 59, I moved to a new city, got a new car, a new man.
In a shocking.
If you are out there and you want to attract
y'all.
somebody.
I wish I could just pull this up as easily.
Tried to do that.
Okay.
Important thing that happens in this video, which is in her talking about the relationship, she actually boasting of her good qualities. And
I have done some pretty incredible things. I'm not so bad. I deserve somebody because I'm
okay, so here she is. She just boasted herself up, talking about how bad she is. Which, you know, it isn't a problem, but when she comes to actually her husband, it's the exact opposite. So listen to what she has to say.
If you want to attract somebody, fall in love with yourself and know your worth. You know, it really makes a difference. At 59, I moved to a new city, got a new car, a new man, a new life, and it is possible. I envisioned the type of man I wanted. I prayed for the type of man I wanted, and I got pretty much that. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. But, you know, he has a lot of the qualities. No, he has a lot of the qualities that I love, and we're having a really good time, and I'm enjoying life. So there is hope, women, ladies.
Look at that.
Okay. So I don't need to hear this misogynistic man's outlook on this situation, child. I remember when Tia and him was on there, child. This is not a good show for relationships. To me, you are a crazy person if you get mad when somebody says that you are not perfect. I'm sorry. They probably both are mean. Please don't get me wrong. But I'm trying to understand, if we all know that no human is perfect, why would one get offended when someone says he's not perfect? Nigga, you know you're not perfect. The fuck wrong with you? So that makes me feel like if you think you perfect on some level, your ass is crazy. And if your ass is crazy, that means you might be crazy enough to, at times, when Tina put her daughter and her granddaughter before you, you got mad and said negative things about her daughter and her granddaughter. And so that's why it's a part of you guys' divorce settlement that you not say anything bad, because you might get your ass on the internet and say something if you feel like it. Okay. It's called a defamation clause. Okay. That's fine. But to me, for it to even be there, suggests there's a risk that he may. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, y'all. I think it's crazy as hell for that nigga to get mad. And I said it back then. I thought it was crazy as hell for him to get mad that she said he was not perfect, or to view someone saying you're not perfect as disrespect. How is that disrespectful? It's the truth. It's the truth. And another thing, this is why her ass shouldn't have went and got remarried in the first goddamn place. And you know, I can't tell Tina knows what to do with her life, y'all. But this is why I feel like this about, you know, people when they older just getting married and shit. Because essentially, he wanted you to be his wife, which means you need to be at his beck and call. You are Beyonce's mama. So if Beyonce need her mama to fly across the planet to be with her kids while she doing something, that's what you gonna do, because you Beyonce mama. And your husband, who for some reason feels like he may or may not be perfect, child. I don't fucking know. He think he might be close to perfect. I don't know. He feel like you supposed to choose him in those scenarios. That's what is given to me. And that's why you don't marry no nigga when you 70 something years old. That's why you don't get married. You have your little friend. Everybody grandmama that had a little friend, she had her shit right. You have a little friend. You enjoy these old men and you send their asses home because essentially they are looking for somebody to take care of them. When old men marry women, no matter whether the women are young or old, they are looking for somebody to come and wait on them, to dote on them. And if that's not the place you in as a 70-year-old woman, you shouldn't have never got married to that nigga. Because that's what he was expecting. I don't know why he was expecting that out of Beyonce's mama, but I do feel like that's what he was expecting. But what I think a lot of older women come to the understanding of is that when you get a man and you marry him, you get a husband, you get an owner. Girl, waiting to exhale. A line that I never really understood until I got older. Bernadette said, I just got a divorce. You think I'm about to go out and find me a new owner? Because actually being able to do what you want to do for yourself without somebody dictating to you means you no longer have an owner. Once you get past a certain age, women don't want to do that shit no more. They want to go and come as they please. They want to be bothered. They don't want to be bothered. But having a husband means you have somebody that you are responsible to, that you have to talk about shit with, that you have to consider. And at 70-something years old, honestly, I wouldn't even feel like doing all that. If I was Beyonce's mama, child, if you can't find something to do with yourself while I go and see about my grandbaby, I don't know what to tell you, sir. But I can pretty much guess that that's probably how that shit went down. Exactly. You need freedom and a little side piece to call that know how to keep their mouth shut. You don't need no goddamn husband. Okay. Reading some of y'all comments. Hold on, let me read these super chats. Jay Jersey girl, thank you for the super chat. Everything Trump does is to benefit him and his family. Girl, don't we know it? Blissfully Single Bean, thank you for the super chat. Needed your intellect today. Thanks, Bondi. Thank you for coming through. Tammy Morgan, thank you for the super chat. Bondi, you have a way of putting things into perspective and reading people down simultaneously. A way that is unmatched. Thank you so much. Oh, I love that. Thank you. T. Ronnie, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Bondi, as a black man, I'm ashamed when it comes to Stephen A. and Umar. I apologize on their behalf. T, we appreciate you, baby. We appreciate you. Okay? Just stand apart from the fray. That's all you gotta do. Just be like, I ain't with them niggas. That's all you gotta do. Marty 1003, thank you for the super chat. What is that, NGL? Sometimes I wish the table would break. What that mean? Girl, I don't know what that means, but thank you for the super chat. Okay, listen. Nah, just because I had said earlier, come get y'all boys, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yes, y'all, I do feel like, that's that religion shit where people feel like, I gotta go marry somebody so my relationship is not, girl, I don't know. You're not living in sin? Girl, bye. Fuck out of here. Anyway, speaking of living in sin, Young Miami. So, if you are a member or you heard me talk about this in any capacity, you know that I feel like Carisha is full of shit and Carisha is still one of Diddy's girls. I believe she knows it's in her best interest to get out there publicly and separate herself from him so that she'll be able to still make her money, because he may not be able to take care of her in the same manner right now because he has lawyers' fees and shit. But the people pointed out that she is wearing Diddy's infamous shark tooth necklace, because apparently this nigga always wearing the shark tooth necklace. Now, let me tell y'all, that don't look like the same necklace to me. And I'm not even just talking about the strap, because obviously it's a different strap. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. This the one that got me. You think I'm gonna spend your cash? I won't. Oh, even if you were broke, my love don't cost a thing. Girl. Girl. I told y'all, based on what she was saying, that she was still with that man. Everything she was saying was meant to uplift him in some capacity. He put her on. They loved each other. She brought him into her world. Girl, all while doing the interview with a showman's piece to prove who she belonged to. Okay. You be safe out there, Carisha. It's giving bottom bitch. It's giving she gonna be there to the end, girl. That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Carly Red in my members only. But let's go ahead and end with Tank. Right? Yeah, I think we can end with Tank. Let's do that.
Is in fact better than Michael Jackson.
What? Do you understand what you're saying? Tank, do you understand what you're saying, my man? I mean, you admired, you're revered, you're associated with music, my brother. Everybody loves and respects you.
If there was Magic Johnson, now there is LeBron James. That is the ultimate evolution of a man who can play all 5 positions. We talk about Chris Brown. We're talking about the evolution of Michael Jackson, the evolution of Usher, the evolution of me, the evolution of Genuine. That is what this kid is.
Oh, come on, Tank.
I don't know what year y'all think we're in. Tank. I think Tank just likes to upset people. That's why Tank did that. So just to be clear, Chris Brown is 35 years old. He's 35, baby. He's not a kid. He's a grown man. Okay. And I understand that everybody always wants to make this comparison because there aren't many artists that are as talented as Chris Brown. But I'm tired of y'all. I am tired of y'all constantly posting. And this is people on Twitter, other celebrities, every fucking week. Somebody is up here acting like Chris Brown is some martyred underdog that everybody has mistreated since he made the mistake of hitting Rihanna back after she hit him. That's what a lot of y'all keep saying. This is what I want y'all to understand. Whatever Rihanna did, Chris Brown, trigger warning. Trigger warning. And the only reason I'm doing this is because people really love to get into this argument about Rihanna. And they still love to make this argument about how she hit him first. She hit him first. That's what y'all like to bring up over and over and over again. Y'all like to continuously say that shit over and over again. And so I'm warning everybody, trigger warning, right? Y'all see this? Do y'all see her face? Do y'all see her face? One of her eyes is almost swollen shut. She has knots on both sides of her head and a bust lip. She got punched in both of her eyes, y'all. Both of them. And I believe that some other shit happened in them court documents that is even far worse than what we see when we look at her face. Okay? The only reason I put that up there is because I want y'all, and I'm only bringing up that and not Karuchi and not the other girl he's on picture choking, and y'all act like it was a joke. That shit was not a joke. He was choking that girl out. On camera, somebody caught pictures of it, and then they turned around and tried to act like it was all a joke and they were just playing. Except for the fact that the other woman who was sitting at the table got up to stop him because she thought he was really choking that girl. That was recently. Chris Brown is violent. He's an extremely, extremely talented artist, which is why he is still able to tour, have 10 fucking songs on the radio a year, chart consistently. He is not the underdog, bitch. He is what happens when Ike Turner continues to be successful and doesn't let his drug habit take over his life. That's the difference. Tank wrote all of this about dancing, producing, writing, vocal ability, and said, I know you're going to say MJ's catalog is crazy. Songs are classic, etc. But that was because of a lot of great people involved who are some of the greatest at what they do, i.e. Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones, a lot of the other, Terry Jam, all of them people who produce music, but mainly Quincy Jones produced all of Michael's music that was just, exceptional during those first 3-4 albums, after Kid Michael. Anyway, Chris Brown orchestrates his own movement from studio to visual to show. No handouts, no sponsors, and all while the world was against him. I'm ready to argue. All right, let's argue then. First of all, Michael Jackson's number ones in comparison to Chris Brown's number ones. Michael Jackson's overall global impact in comparison to Chris Brown's. The music that Michael Jackson made, the messaging in the music he made, he was very specific about what he wanted to say in his music and that matter and connect to the world. Michael Jackson might have been weird. He had his own issues. There was constantly a trial going on with him and some little white boy. Not the same little white boy, more than one. But there was always a trial going on for a nice bit of years with Michael Jackson. Then people started realizing how weird he was, started calling him Jackal. The nigga still came out with Butterflies. All you got to do is not answer my call when I'm trying to get through. It's really no comparison. To me, it's not a real comparison. Now, can Chris Brown jump into the air? Yes. Chris Brown is a better dancer than Michael Jackson. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because he can do flips, cartwheels, all kind of gymnastics type shit. Does that mean he's a better artist? No. But what really annoys me about all of this is the fact that you said he did it while the world was against him, as if he did not do something in order for the world to be against him. And I would like to remind you, Tank, you and the rest of them niggas and a lot of them bitches, y'all were not against him. Some of our faves, we've had to turn our face away from Kelly Rowland. Okay? We've had to turn our face away from some of the most well-respected Black people for all of us, simply because y'all always come into Chris Brown's defense, and then Chris Brown does something behind the scenes that we hear about that goes away quietly, that lets us know Chris Brown is still out here fighting and acting a fucking fool when the mood suits him. He's still violent. He just got in a fucking fight 2 weeks ago. We don't know whether that was his fault or somebody, or somebody came for him. We don't know. But what I do know is this nigga is always in some type of violent situation, whether it is with women or men. And so those of us that can decide if we're going to support him or not can feel like, hey, dude, I don't like the energy. I'm not going to support him. In all honesty, there's no love in his R&B either. That's another thing. There's no love in his R&B. He makes fucking music. Like he makes, we fuck these bitches and like them for 5 minutes and then throw them away. Like him and Drake are the same person as far as musical content. Okay? And yes, they make great music. They make hits for the summer and all of that shit. But essentially, like, we don't have to accept Chris Brown if we don't want to. He's still getting paid thousands of dollars by women he would never fuck just so that they can wrap their thick ass leg around his body and take a picture with him. Chris Brown is not the underdog. He's not. But it's crazy how many broke, no life having motherfuckers are online arguing on his behalf as if he's somebody's underdog. He's not the fucking underdog. He's not a martyr. He is an abusive R&B singer that dances and performs really well. Extremely talented, but again, fucked up. Those two things can exist at the same time. He still is able to make his money, but some people still don't fuck with him because he's a loose cannon. The fact that Tank and a lot of other people, I feel like y'all are always trying to guilt people into accepting Chris Brown. Y'all are working on my fucking nerves. Last week, it was a post about, oh, y'all let the Sky Jackson shit. Y'all let Sky Jackson get away with it. But when Chris Brown, bitch, shut up. Go and please chop on that man's pee or get out of our facial with it. I'm tired of y'all. Chris Brown is a fucking millionaire. He gets to abuse women and still go on tour and make money and have y'all pay to come and see him. He's not losing. Stop it. Please stop it. Y'all really working on my nerves. Like, what the fuck? There aren't other people that y'all can go and bolster and push to the pedestal. They got so many non-problematic like black men out there that you don't hear nothing about, and y'all don't ever defend those men. But let a nigga like Chris Brown that fucked one of your favorite singers' faces up, then harass Karrueche and won't leave Karrueche alone because he's still calling her bitches and hoes in his little rap battle with Quavo this year. This year. Re-victimizes Karrueche by having this back and forth talking bad about her and their music. Not everybody on the internet running the Karrueche page and shit. That girl just out here trying to live her life. Yes, actions have consequences, y'all. Y'all don't get to keep acting like he just made a mistake and the world was against him. No. He is a liability, a loose cannon, and somebody you ain't safe around, bitch. Out here on the internet arguing for a nigga that wouldn't spit on you if your fucking ass was on fire. Y'all weird. Y'all are so weird. Chris Brown doesn't like any of y'all. When does Chris Brown ever defend anybody? But y'all be out here. He's better than Michael Jackson. No, he's not. No, he's not. He can do better flips. The fuck? Y'all know what's stuck in my head right now, though? 3 in the morning. You know I'm horny. Won't you come over my crib? We in, leave in the club. Shawty, hurry up so we can get this party started and take off our clothes now. I remember that shit. That was the shit back in the day, girl. Ooh. Yeah. All night. Fucking music. Kanisha Morgan, thank you, girl. Pronounced Kanisha. Okay, Kanisha, thank you for the super chat, baby. Until Chris Brown has a song and a dance that is played literally every Halloween, there is no comparison. Michael Jackson is an icon. Girl. And another thing is that he come out with a whole bunch of songs and I'll remember them for the moment, but I don't remember the names to them songs and shit. You ain't gonna never make me forget Human Nature. Man, that whole first fucking album, that Off the Wall album, what? I don't give a fuck if he didn't write it. Shy Girl's perspective. Thank you for the super chat. People love to call a monster a martyr. Confuse a monster with a martyr. Yeah. I'm tired of y'all with that. Stop it. Stop it. Chris Brown is okay. Why do y'all keep trying to save him? He is okay. Like, women who barely make $100,000 a year are paying thousands of dollars so that they can go take a goofy fucking picture with a nigga that would never fuck them. Do you know how embarrassing it is to not be that nigga type and go spend thousands of dollars to take a picture with him and he wouldn't even fuck you when you know the only reason why you like him that much is because you want him to fuck you? That is embarrassing as a woman. That is embarrassing. I'm just saying. All you thick assholes that go and pay thousands of dollars so that nigga can let you wrap your ham hock around his waist. Girl, I'm sad for y'all. I'm sad. I just am. I'm about to go listen to Michael Jackson. Oh, it made my nerves bad. Anyway, I said my members only was gonna be for 3:30. I'm gonna push it back to 4. Okay, because y'all, my side is this. But I love my job, so I was gonna come through anyway. Shit. Nose all fucked up. But I'll be back for my members only. Thank you so much, Monica, for becoming a member. Thank you. I hope you guys appreciated this 2-hour live that I'm giving y'all because, girl, I don't know when I'll see y'all again. Okay, that will be on here because I'll be on Tasha's channel on Monday. And y'all know how I like to take my weekends off. Okay. I took some oregano oil. I'm working on it. Okay. Because ain't nobody about to get sick. But yes, members, I'll be back at 4 for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And we'll talk about Carly and the BAM and Scrappy and all of that. Okay. I love you guys. I hope y'all have a great weekend. And I see you next